When you hear the phrase, the most dangerous hunter in the animal kingdom, what pops into your mind? Maybe a snarling lion sprinting across the African plains, jaws wide, or perhaps a stealthy tiger camouflaged in dense jungle, stalking its prey with chilling patience. Some might imagine a great white shark gliding silently beneath the waves, ready to strike with 300 serrated teeth. These creatures are indeed fearsome, but what if I told you the deadliest predator in the natural world isn't a massive beast or apex carnivore? It's not a wolf, a bear, or even a crocodile. In fact, it's not even something you'd find in a zoo. Believe it or not, the most dangerous hunter, at least in terms of pure effectiveness, is a creature you could crush with a fingertip: the dragonfly. Yes, the colorful, fragile-looking insect you might spot in your ponds or in your backyard just so happens to be one of nature's most ruthless and efficient killers. Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's dive into the facts. Before we go any further, we need to define what we mean by dangerous. Are we talking about strength, raw killing power, the number of prey taken down per year? Nope. In this case, we're looking at something even more impressive: hunting success rate. That is, how often an animal sets its sight on prey and actually catches it. By this definition, the dragonfly reigns supreme. Research has shown that dragonflies have a hunting success rate of over 95%. That means when a dragonfly goes after a target, it almost never misses. To put that in perspective, lions only succeed about 1 in 4 times. Cheetahs, the fastest land animals, land a kill around 58% of the time. Even great white sharks, those infamous ocean predators, strike successfully about half the time. The dragonfly, however, is basically a flying hitman with near perfect accuracy. So how does a tiny insect become nature's most consistent killer? One of the dragonfly's greatest weapons isn't claws, fangs, or venom. It's their eyes, or more precisely, their compound eyes, which are some of the most advanced in the insect world. A dragonfly's 2 enormous eyes take up most of its head and give it near 360-degree vision. Each compound eye is made up of up to 30,000 ommatidia, tiny visual units that each function like a miniature eye. This allows the dragonfly to detect even the smallest movement in almost any direction. And it gets better. Dragonflies see in color, including ultraviolet and polarized light, which gives them a huge advantage when tracking flying prey, like mosquitoes or gnats. They can even process visual information incredibly quickly, up to 200 images per second, compared to a human's 60. It's like their world is in super slow motion, letting them track the tiniest twitch of a wing from meters away. All of this gives dragonflies a superpower. They can see a target, calculate its movement, and then adjust their flight path before they even start chasing it. Spotting prey is only the beginning. Catching it midair is a whole other challenge, but this is where the dragonfly becomes nearly unbeatable. Dragonflies are among the most skilled flyers in the animal kingdom. They possess 2 pairs of wings, each capable of operating independently. This allows them to perform aerial maneuvers that would make fighter pilots jealous. They can hover like helicopters, fly backwards, pivot instantly, and even glide without a sound. More impressively, dragonflies don't just chase their prey, they intercept it using a method called predictive pursuit. Basically, instead of reacting to where the prey is, they predict where it will be and fly to that spot instead. This is the kind of advanced targeting system you'd expect from a guided missile, not a flying insect. Studies from Harvard and Cambridge have shown that dragonflies use complex calculations to adjust their speed and trajectory mid-flight, keeping their prey at a constant angle and minimizing visual cues. It's known as motion camouflage, a stealth technique where they appear stationary from the prey's point of view until it's far too late. And when they strike, it's over in milliseconds. Dragonflies use their legs to form a kind of basket, snaring their target midair and immediately devouring it, often without even stopping. Dragonflies are deadly not just as adults, but from the moment they hatch. Dragonfly larvae, called nymphs, are aquatic and just as terrifying in their own right. These alien-looking juveniles live in ponds, streams, and lakes, where they hunt tadpoles, small fish, and other insect larvae. Equipped with extendable jaws, they shoot out like a harpoon. Dragonfly nymphs strike their prey with explosive speed. In fact, their jaws are spring-loaded, meaning they don't rely on muscle strength alone. They use stored mechanical energy to ambush unsuspecting victims. Their strategy? Wait motionless on the bottom, blend in with their surroundings, and then snap up prey in a split second. No dramatic chase, just fast, efficient takedowns. And they can stay in this stage for up to 5 years, growing bigger and more fearsome before they transform into winged adults. So really, a dragonfly doesn't become a predator, it starts as one. Now, before you start side-eyeing every dragonfly you see, here's the good news. They're not dangerous to humans. In fact, they're incredibly beneficial to us. Dragonflies primarily eat small insects, especially mosquitoes, which are among the deadliest creatures on Earth, responsible for spreading malaria, dengue, Zika virus, and more. A single dragonfly can consume hundreds of mosquitoes per day, making them a natural and eco-friendly form of pest control. Unlike many predators, dragonflies aren't picky eaters either. They'll go after gnats, flies, midges, and even other dragonflies. Essentially, if it's buzzing and small enough to catch, it's on the menu. Some conservationists are even exploring ways to encourage dragonfly populations in areas affected by mosquito-borne diseases, using ponds and wetlands as breeding grounds for these insect-sniping superheroes. So while they may be terrifying to a mosquito, to us, they're allies, working tirelessly in the background to make our world a little more comfortable and bite-free. Dragonflies have been around for more than 300 million years, making them one of the oldest surviving lineages of flying insects. Some prehistoric dragonflies had wingspans of over 2 feet, dwarfing the species we know today. And yet, the basic blueprint of their body, big eyes, 4 wings, agile flight, deadly accuracy, hasn't changed much. Why? Because it works. Their evolutionary perfection in motion. No frills, no wasted energy, just high-speed vision, laser-like focus, and flawless aerial execution. In a world filled with impressive predators, the dragonfly quietly dominates its niche with a level of efficiency that leaves larger animals in the dust. So next time someone talks about the lions as the king of the jungle or praises the ferocity of sharks, you'll know the real secret. The animal kingdom's deadliest hunter isn't a big cat or a sea monster. It's a humble dragonfly, cruising silently through the summer air with lethal intent. They don't need a roar, they don't need claws. All they need is a pair of wings, a sharp pair of eyes, and the biggest hunting instincts on the planet. Size doesn't always equal power, and danger doesn't always come with a growl. Sometimes it zips by quietly, snatches its prey out of the air, and disappears before you even noticed it was there. Thanks for watching Mega Fact Attack. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more mind-blowing facts every week. Until next time, stay curious, stay fascinated, and never stop exploring the wild, weird, and wonderful world we all share.